Good morning, students. Now today we learn the process of communication. In the last class we have observed that what you mean by communication and how many types of communications are. Now the business communication, when you have to do, you need to follow the proper process. You need to do it because it is going to be a formal communication. You have to undergo with its systematic way of communicating with the all aspects which concern to the business activity. So what process to be followed? For any communication, information is needed. So first of all, before you want to communicate, you have to sit with a peace of mind and you have to collect as much as information possible regarding the topic for which you have to communicate. Because what you are going to speak or write, it has a different number of meaning and the receiver going to interpret and understand in so many ways. So you need to restrict the receiver to the point that what only meaning you want to communicate. So understanding aspect you want to limit. So for that, very precise and very specific words and the expression is to be used. So for that, the collection of information from all the angle is must. So here that information, what do you mean by that information? Information means the outcome received after processing the data. Before you write any message, you have to receive so many data and process the data and find only the very important and necessary conclusion out of it, which to be used as an information. So such information is used in the creation of message. So your very first step that you have to create the message. So before do that step, what you have to do? You have to process the information. So processing an information is the basic requirement for the entire steps of communication. So how much clear you are about the basic data and what data research and the collection of data you have done, which will help you to do the first step in the process of communication is that you need to formulate the message. Now let us understand the steps of communication process. The communication process is in the various stages. There are the separate stages for the communication and you need to follow the stages. The very first stage is that formulation of message. We say that information to be collected and data to be analyzed, and then you can start the formulation. So the first step of communication depends on information, and what is information we have already understood. So this creation of message, formulation of message, what you need to be careful that you have to create an exchange of information. You have to create the message in such a manner that all the exchange of information what you want can be precise. Now this can be done. Message can be done oral or may be done written. It may be verbal or it may be non-verbal. All these terms in our previous class we have learned. So you select that what formulation of message you are doing, in which particular aspect you are doing, and the message that you are creating based on your information database. After formulation of message, second step is that selection of medium. Your message is ready. Now you have to send the message. So for that you have to find that which medium through that I can send my message. So for that you can do it personally, face to face. We are talking just now, we are communicating communicating personally, we are communicating face to face. So that can be done personally, or you may do it with a one means, only with a one tool you are communicating. For an example, the newspaper. Newspaper, you are sending the message, that is only one way you are communicating. You may be doing it with a more than one means of communication. You say, no, my information has to be reached to the people or to the society or to the employees in so many ways. So not only that you are using the written on paper, the notice, but you also do the email. You also do the send the circulars. So like this, it may be your one way or it may be more than ways. So that is what the selection of medium that you need to do. So first step, formulation of message. Second step, selection of medium. Now in the third step, that we send the message. Actually we are sending the message. When you send the message, you have to draft the message and send. Your formulation of message is done. Now you put it into the proper manner. Here message is in your paper. If you have to email, then you have to write, sit on the computer and you have to write in a particular format. So that work is to be done, that draft and send. After that, the message to be received, accepted. The message what you are sending, opposite party has to receive. You observe, when you have some thought in your mind, you want to transmit that thought to your friends. What you do? You write in a telephone, it's on your smartphone, and you type and write a message. Then you send. So you will see that tick. Whether the tick is there or not, one tick means it has gone from your phone. Double tick means it has also received and means gone into the person to whom you want to send in his phone. And when you see the blue tick, means that person has already checked your message and the message is read by the person. So here, to accept, the person is accepting your message. The message is received by the receiver and he expressed the concern about that, yes, I have received. Normally the business communication, in that the receiver concern is one of the important aspects. So that is to be done. Now message need to be interpreted. Interpretation of the message. The fifth step. Once you get the message, what you need to do? You need to understand the meaning and of the message and interpretation of it well. If something is sent to you, there must be some purpose. So try to find out the purpose that what the person want to communicate to you. After understanding the interpretation, the receiver going to reply to the message. So you will get now his response, what he think about, whether he agree or not, what are his views, point of view, what he want to say. So here the reply to be given to the message. So the reply should be proper and reply of the message must be reached to the sender within the time, within the frame limit of the time constraint, that to be kept in mind. So here, from the formulation of message till the receiving of the message, one cycle gets over. Okay. Now the second cycle again will begin with a new message. When you have received the message, now you are going to interpret, understand, and again you will now bring the another message. Like this, the whole cycle of the communication process continue and it goes on and on. So all these communication comes under the formal communication, and business related communications are to be done in a precise manner with a specific way. Thank you.